And we are back with another outstanding episode of your favorite Friday night show, and mine as well, the Square Table Degenerates. Today's not much of a, thing, because I'm going to D.C. tomorrow. Well, not technically D.C., it's in National Harbor, Maryland. The thumbnail is the place of the name of the spot. It's called the Gaylord Event Center. Hey, listen, some of you guys are out there. You're very mature. Don't make fun of the name. It's just the name of an event center, okay? I think it was probably the guy's name, I don't know why they call it that. I'm assuming. I mean, if it wasn't that, if it had darker origins, that'd be pretty fucked up. But we're still rocking it, man. We're still rocking it. Greetings to all the lovely chat. Yeah, I don't know. Just got off work a little bit ago. Decided to start earlier today because we're going to play family game night later. Me and the kids and everybody and the wife and all that. So we're going to have some, Jimmy likes that Game of Life. So we're going to play that in a little bit. But other than that, man, I'm just fucking kicking it, dude. I made some cookies. I did make some cookies. I'm going to bring these to DC, I think. These actually came out really good. These cookies. These might be, Pat had them, and he said, I'm at the one in National Harbor, Maryland. National Harbor, Maryland is where I'm going to be at. There's a thing called Podcast Evolutions. I'm going to be working this event. So if you're out there, if you're going to the event, definitely say hi. Definitely say hi. Yeah, when I was looking up the different hotels, I typed in that hotel. There's like 4 or 5 different ones around the nation. Looks like a fabulous resort. Like I'm really looking forward to that. So we're going to hopefully meet some people too. Okay, cool. Good shit. Yeah, I'm hoping to meet some fun people. I don't don't exactly know what I'll be doing. It's just in a typical event. Probably be, he said set up chairs, shit like that. So probably just hanging out, greeting people, whatever. I'm cool with it. He's employing me to do a job, and I'll do the job to the best of my ability. You know what I mean? So, and other than that, football season's coming up, man. Yeah, shouts to you, Premier League fans, starting the league. Starting the league this weekend. I know I'm in a fantasy Premier League thing with Captain and those guys. Not gonna win. I'm not even gonna pretend. It's hard for me to grasp the scoring system in the league, much less the players in the league and the teams in the league. So, yeah, that part, because by the time I really got down to it and really studied and everything else, we're talking really fucking did it. It'd be next year, bro. And that's just for a fantasy league. So I'm just gonna, do my best and fucking kick it, bro. All right, hold on. I'm trying to find your thing, Tom. Stand by. I'm high, man. So, here we go.
We're all stars now. In the
Tom.
show, we're all stars now. In the
Tom.
show.
I forgot I had it on loop. Let me turn off the loop. Sorry about that. Welcome to people just joining us. We got Angie, obviously Tom. Kirsty in the house too. Chilling. Yeah, I am. What else is going on? Yeah, I just basically got a pack tonight. Do some laundry pack. I'm probably gonna make some brownies too. I got some brownie mix to make the brownies with. You know what I mean? Other than that, nothing much, man. Is there any demand to come chat with me? I'll drop the link here if you guys want to come hang out. Because I don't really have anything to talk about. Because all I know is I'm just wondering who put the ram in the ram-a-llama ding-dong, and who put the bop shabop. The only reason I heard that is because right before I got on the air, there was a song by this group called La Tigre, and I really like the chick's vocals, so I'm going to investigate this band further, maybe add some to the playlist. Maybe try to get her on the show. You know how it goes, man. It's been dry for getting people on the show. I'm not going to lie. Honestly, it's been like that for the past 2 years, but just in terms of emailing people and getting a response, enthusiasm, and it's totally dry. A lot of that's the end of pandemic YouTube. We're not locked in the house anymore, so now everybody has that kind of time. And a lot of people, too, as well, they realize they can do it themselves. So everybody and their grandmother start a podcast, start a YouTube show. Half of them will fizzle out, 80% of them will. There's a lot more work that goes into something like this than a lot of people think. We try to make it look easy, and I'm not trying to sit here and say, this is the fucking hardest thing in the world. You turn a goddamn button on and you talk. But, getting to schmooze people, getting topics, entertaining people, keep people engaged, get people actually want to see, that kind of shit. It's not as easy as it looks. It's not. You gotta be humble. You gotta go forward with a positive mindset and just hope for the best. And if not, just fucking turn the camera and talk, man. Because, you know. Well, other than that, it's fucking weed time, baby. Let's go. Oh, I need to get some weed. Shit, hold on. Yeah, I do got some gummies. If anybody's super chats, if not, I'm just gonna take them to DC. I did not go to Michigan, so I don't have any extra weed. I got more than enough weed for me. You guys just be like, any extra weed? It's like, you got over an ounce, you fucking idiot. But you know how I roll. It's not like I got, 10 ounces or some shit. So there's no extra weed, but I got enough. And honestly, this week, I'm probably not gonna be really. I can't smoke weed in the hotel room, obviously, and then not at the event. So it's probably be a throttle back and a weed smoking a little bit, but we'll see. Walking to the party, Nikki, in the house, chilling. Stand by while I get some weed. I can still hear you though. Well, nobody's talking. It makes no sense. Maybe you can still hear me. I don't know. I don't want to do. Yeah, it's a good thing too. I only got like probably eight of these pre-rolls left. Well, which is probably about a quarter. But I'm leaving tomorrow, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Oh, I just got an updated confirmation email from the Gaylord. Let's see what they said. Gaylord National Hotel. Your reservation at the Gaylord National Resort and Convention Center has been modified. You'll find details of your reservation below. Date modified. Okay, there's nothing new modified about this. Yeah. Just says room and then it has a room rate. There's nothing modified about that. I don't know why they sent me that. Regardless. Yeah, I don't know. Guess it's time to get high, right? As far as other shit coming up, as most of you know, the Jacksonville trip is canceled. I'm not going to Florida for the Jacksonville Cleveland Browns game. What else was coming up? I'm working on, I think in the weed contest show is going to be on the weekend of Labor Day, probably the 30th, if I was to guess. So stay tuned for that. Obviously, in the next week, be very fluid. Could go live at any time. I don't know who's going to be there. If there's anybody who wants to, have a show with me or, if we're on the smoke deck, God forbid up my room. Don't be getting ideas. I'm not going to be bringing these random people. Maybe if they want to come to my room, that's fine. I mean, we're going to be live. It's not like, but don't think I'm like a killer, a serial killer, a slicer. I haven't sliced a throat in so long. I'm not going to do it again. So don't even think I'm like that. But, you be prepared for some shows, I would say. I'm definitely going to go live Friday. I don't know what time. I don't know how late I'm going to be working. So just be ready at any time, really. I mean, if it's like where I get up at like 8, 9 and work till 11 kind of thing, then probably late night, but we'll see. I do, Allison. I do. It's, I kissed the Blarney Stone back in 99. And I'm not saying, well, I got a question about that. Now, you're one of the only proper Irish ladies we had on the show. Now, tell me a rumor, Allie. Sell this for me. Is it true that the locals around Limerick, is it Limerick? Where's the Blarney Stone? Blarney. No, Blarney. I think it's in Blarney. It's not Limerick. Where's that? Cork? County Cork, I think. Is it true that the locals pee on the stone at night and then they laugh in the bushes when all these fucking foreigners come and kiss it? They're like, oh, look at the stupid guys up there kissing the stone. They're a bunch of fucking idiots. I just whilst on that goddamn thing. Are they like that in the bushes and pointing and shit? I mean, if not, that's fine. It is what it is. But after it was 99, it was November 99 when me and my dad went there. God rest my dad. I love my dad. He's a great guy. But me and my dad went there in 99. It was just spur of the moment ass thing. I was like, because I saw an advertisement in this magazine. It was like $500. It shows you how long ago it was. $500 was airfare for both of us, I think. It was fucking dirt cheap. It was a really good price. For like $1,000, we pull off the whole week in Ireland. It was amazing. And that included like fucking transportation and shit too. I think we had a car. Because I didn't drive over there. And he was, my dad knows how to drive the stick shift. So he drove the stick shift. It was a left-handed stick shift like you guys have. Regardless of that, I kissed it in November 99. I'll tell you what, man. I mean, it's been gradual. Wasn't like overnight, but I do got the gift of gab. I can hook it up. I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna do it subtly. I mean, if I'm at an event like this, obviously people are like, hey, what's your show? What's your show? It's like you're at a college mixer. In the first 20 minutes, somebody goes up and goes, hey, what's your major? It's like the standard line. It's the standard line, and this is what's your show about. And I mean, I'm the next Joe Rogan. It's a funny thing. It probably is. I mean, I'm not as old as Rogan. Yeah, I mean, Rogan's old, dude. He's 57 years old, which I was like, damn, that's pretty old. I didn't think he was that old. I mean, I guess I should have just done the math, but I mean, that's like 3 years away from 60. And we got to be real. It's hard to stay hip into your 60s. It is, man, just because your body wears down and shit. So it's like, once he gets out of there, there's going to be a huge market gap. All right? Huge market gap. And it's going to need to be filled by somebody with common sense. It's probably, if you guys know who this guy is, you tell me who it is. Tell me this guy's name and I'll fucking follow him and shit. But, I mean, I'm just being silly with that. I'm not trying to compare myself to Rogan. There's a lot of Rogan-esque styles in my show. Smoke weed in his show. He smokes weed in his show. I've had a lot of the same guests. No, he's had a lot of the same guests. There's no set time. We go as long as it takes kind of thing. We're both bald white guys. He can fight probably a little bit better than I can. I'm a little taller than he is, though. I'm definitely going to say I'm funnier than that motherfucker is. I'm not trying to call him out. I just know on the funny scale of 1 to 100, I'm going to beat Rogan 10 times out of 10. I'm just fucking funny. I'm a funny guy. I'm not patting myself in the back. I don't do that. I'm not a backpacker. Is that it? Backpacker? No, I can't say it. Back patter. I'm not a back patter, but I'm a funny fuck, bro. I really am. And all I need is just this fucking crowd, man. And there's a couple things I'm working behind the scenes I'm thinking about doing here really quick. Really quick. Got to have the producer showing all the pics. That's very true. Welcome to the let's pay some fucking guys. Hey, come over and work for weed. You think he pays his people anything? I don't know. I mean, like if I paid people based on how much I made off each show, if I get no super chase, you guys would be making like 23 cents an hour. That's why I laugh when I get some of these requests. You know, like I'll request for an interview or something. They'll come back with a rate. I'm like, do you guys know, have any clue how little we make on these shows? Like, fuck. I do not. What happened there? I'd had to say you had to give before you could. Oh, I tried to. I mean, I was I'm not going to lie. When I was younger, I was a little awkward. I was. I mean, you can say when I was younger, you're awkward still, you fucking hairy fuck. But when I was younger, I was really awkward, dude. I really was. Like, nobody teaches you life, man. Nobody does. You got to learn. And the older you get, the better you just learn from experience, learn from things you did, things people did to you. You just roll with it. You can't plan life. You can't plan what's going to happen to you. You can try, but shit, external shit happens to you. Forces you never would have thought pull on you emotionally, physically, will come at you in life. You just got to be willing to adjust and take it in and hope for the best. Because at the end of the day, man, nobody's going to be there except you. It's really, you got to be there for yourself. You got to be your number one cheerleader. You got to look after yourself. That includes personal care, hygiene, taking care of your body, etc. I'm not the best at it. I still got a lot of room to work. I could go out there and work out. I could be better physically fit, weave in the weed to a healthy regimen. I still got a lot of work to do. Maybe some back-end spiritual growth. Obviously, a lot of cleaning if you were to see my house. But, I mean, becoming a perfect person, it's never possible. You always strive for perfection, but you're never going to get there. The only perfect person is nobody. I mean, people could say Jesus, but, I mean, Jesus probably even sinned. Not going to get religious, but, I mean, so you just try to strive for your best every day. Try to better yourself, put people around you who challenge you. If you do that, you get, chances are you're going to succeed. But even then, I mean, it's not terribly hard like people say. I mean, people always act like the world's against them. It's really not. I mean, I see people coming to this country fucking 2 months off of a plane and they're running a successful business. I mean, the key is just not to do fucked up shit when you're young and, get some kind of training, work yourself into the system and work for them, man. It's really not that hard. That's true. All right. I still haven't even smoked this weed yet. Hold on. Oh, shit. Groovy's in the building. What's up, buddy? We can go Squirrel now since the other Squirrel retired, right? All right, now it's time to smoke, you motherfuckers. Let's do this. Sorry, that took way too long. Usually when I'm smoking, I'll light up when the other guy's talking. Because usually I got an interview or, somebody on panel. So usually you don't see me actually smoke. You know what I mean? Welcome to all the lovely people in the chat. Beautiful people. I'm not going to be able to go to the game tomorrow either, so I don't know what's up with that. Hernan, are you watching? If you're watching, message me, because I don't know if you're going. I got to send these tickets to somebody. Because I don't know if you're going to go. I mean, it's a fucking preseason game against Minnesota. I know Sammy would probably want to go. He's probably still alive, but I mean, it's it's a preseason game, man. I mean, I'm going to the event regardless, so I can't be two places at one time. So I don't know. And if you're just joining us, like this is your first time watching the show, which is highly unlikely because I haven't seen anybody introduce themselves. And it's like, oh, it's my first time here. But if you're watching, like you're just lurking or whatever, know that we have fun over here. I have a good time. We're funny. And we're chilling, man. We're just fucking chilling. All right. Nobody can. I ain't talking like this. It sounds like I'm just bragging, but I mean, you gotta be able to sell yourself, right? There was man, I've been laughing so much at shit online, dude. Today, today's made me laugh. Today's been a funny online day. Oh, you're fine, Allie. You are fine. You are fine. You're fine. It makes it funny. It makes it funny. Interaction in the chat so makes it funny. Because here's the secret, bro. Without viewers, a show is just schizophrenia. You literally just have a mental disorder. And I know it's not a popular opinion because there might be somebody in the chat suffering from schizophrenia, or maybe you know somebody who's a schizophrenic. But I mean, if you got a show and there's nobody watching, call it what it is. I mean, you gotta have at least a couple people. I usually, yourself, you probably got your phone, or you got up on the TV or something. So there's one or two is going to be you. So if it's not that 3-4 range, kill it. Because if not, you're gonna get charged with the mental disease, and they're gonna sentence you to Vicodins and shit, and all these weird rooms and powdery socks and fucking robes and shit, man. You don't want to be in those rooms, dude. It's I've never been there. Thank God. I've been there adjacent. I've known people, family members have been there, but it's not a good place to be. You know why? They treat you like you're a baby and shit, man. With crayons and circles of paper and shit. Remember that one? If you guys are Simpsons fans, remember that one Simpsons when they went to live in upstate with Hank Scorpio, and Bart went to that new school and he was in that special class. That's what it's like when you say you have a mental disorder, you get charged with that shit. That's why you gotta. And my opinion is too, dude. If it's something that makes you money, is it really a disorder? You know what I mean? People try to classify shit. Everybody wants to classify people in these little goddamn buckets and shit. They want people to be, oh, he has this disorder, so he must be this way. Sometimes people are just fucking people, and they just live their life and they have fun. Why does everybody got to be put in the buckets and shit, dude? No. You go out there, you do what you like, you do it well, and you have fun with it. And if you're not, then that's fine. Whatever. You're going to go out there, you're going to be miserable, you're going to be crying every day. But if you want to have fun, you stick to a plan and you fucking do it in life. It's not that hard. You type in how to live a good life into Google, and there's going to be a ton of shit to pop up. Most people are just too lazy to fucking do it, dude. They really are. They really are. We are crazy. Crazy. I was getting in the zone there, man. I got to catch up in the chat here. Oh, Leppity Lepp is in the building. Says, always have to be the swinging dick in the room. Let's see. What else we got? Leppity Lepp is in the building. That's awesome. What's going on, buddy? Hey, dude, I'm going to go live when I'm over in DC, bro. And we'll see if I can come up with you. We'll bring some people. I don't know exactly who's going to be like available and shit, but they got like, stand by. They got like a lot of events, like a lot of, what do they call them, mixers kind of thing. And there's the one party, it's like sponsored by iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio, I think, is one of the bigger ones, one of the bigger broadcasters. And I'm not saying I'm going to get on iHeartRadio. I probably wouldn't even, my style might bump heads with the way they have their corporate advertisers now. But my whole thing is there's an entire segment of America, the whole world, especially places like, the UK and Australia, where they swear a lot more than we do. There's a huge missing chunk in marketing for that. I mean, I don't see why there's this random ethical standard in advertising when, like, literally advertising is one of the scummiest fucking things on the planet. You got some of the most, it's all about making money at the bottom line. So why the fuck are they not, embracing people who drink, swear, smoke, fuck, whatever? It's asinine to me. We got to bridge this gap. There's trillions of fucking dollars to be made on the backs of intoxicants, marijuana, beer, swear, and all that kind of shit. You've beaten to death the entire family-friendly thing. You're gonna keep doing family-friendly thing, and there's people aren't having fucking families. You get massive amounts of people with no children, which is fine. You know, economic and political strains dictate that in America today, dictate that in a lot of the world. You just can't afford to have kids. But why the fuck are you not advertising to these people? There's no families anymore. Make this shit fun. Make it, looser a little bit. Not saying you still can't have family-friendly night, but I guarantee you, if you ask 10 out of 10 adults, hey, would you rather have a night with swearing or a night where people are going fudge, frickin', and shit like that? They're going to want the fucking swearing one. And speaking of swearing, we welcome to the show Mr. Groovy Lava Squirrel Medic. As soon as my fucking sweaty ass hand can catch her the mouse. What's up, buddy?
Oh, what the fuck? Swearing. Oh, what is going on with my camera now? It was just good, but oh well.
I pulled this up in close. Look at you. You look like a fucking
know.
retired Jesus out there.
Yeah.
Are you gonna shave this? Come back into the real world sometime soon? Or you're still in this bubble, this little fucking post-retirement haze where I did that same thing. I did it too. My shit looks stupid, dude. My hair looks stupid as fuck because it was thin as fuck up here and came in poofy on the sides. It looked asinine, dude.
Well, I don't think mine is really thin.
Yeah, you never went bald, so you don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
But no, man, I just been working from home, growing the beard. This is my life, man.
That telework is pretty sweet, right? They didn't tell you about that shit back in the 90s, did they?
Oh, I wish.
That's why if you're out there and you don't have a job and you're in distress right now, the job that might be there 5-10 years from now doesn't even exist today. I mean, think about 10, 20, 30 years ago. We went to school. Trav's a little bit younger than me, but I went to school, right around the same time. And back then they would teach, you got to dress up in a suit and tie and wear a watch to an interview or they're not going to hire you and this and that, blah, blah, blah. That was all corporate fucking bullshit. We found out during the lockdowns that fucking all of it was fluff and then, we can make money sitting at home. And it's going to keep being like that. They're not going to build more offices. They're not. The office culture's dead, bro.
There's no reason for it. I mean, I get more stuff sitting at home working with Jimmy than I ever would in the office.
No, I'm not going to lie. Me personally, because I'm very easily distracted, and I got family. It's in the house, so it's like when I'm downtown, when I'm in the office. Don't tell work this. If work is listening, I guess you can't take it, but I get so much more done in the office because there's no distractions.
Oh no, I
get nothing done at home, bro. It's not. I mean, I still get shit done. I still make numbers and all that, but like in the office, it's just fucking so much easier.
I just it's great just being able to get up whenever you need to, like with the dogs and everything. And then, now my wife also, she's stay at home. She doesn't work anymore. And my daughter's now in high school, so she takes care of all that stuff. So there's not much to get distracted by. It's just, hey, life. But you also have to want to leave the house, and I never want to do that either.
Now, see, I still like living in the house. I still like getting out. Still like doing shit. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and act like I want to go back to the office full time because, I mean, there are nice advantages to being at home. You can take care of shit during the week, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But like, I do miss. I'm a social guy. I like talking to people. But I mean, during the past year before, we were in the middle of a renovation too, so we're still figuring shit out. So like, cause I've had 3 desks in the past, year and a half since we came back to the office, or 2 years maybe, 3-4 desks, whatever. But like, I don't want to, before we finally got a little better space now because they're renovating the 11th floor and 12 is where they put the new hoteling and shit like that. But like, before that, I'd go in the office, there'd be nobody there. I'd talk to myself. I mean, it was fucking horrible. It was boring,
The only reason the office is good is, I mean, I don't think you could really do telework like back in the day because they didn't have the technology, the Zoom and all the Microsoft Teams. But I think I get the exact same experience because I don't sit there at my computer all day without having somebody on my screen. Like I'm usually talking to somebody as I work. So it's not like I'm actually at home by myself.
Right.
And if I was working in an office, I would just be around the water cooler or whatever and be like, hey, shooting the shit. Like, hey, I sent out 3 emails. I'm going to talk to this person for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we still kind of do that. But we got production numbers to make. So, I mean, if we chat, it's 5-10 minutes and, move on. I mean, it's and that's why I watch YouTube during the workday all the time because I just like having, hearing human voices when I'm working. I mean, it's just, when I'm sitting here, I like here's the air conditioner and, it's like I need something.
It's true. But everything else going good, man? You doing all right?
Man, I'm going to DC tomorrow.
Ugh.
Well, it's National Harbor, Maryland is the name of the place at the Gaylord Event Center. It should be a good time, dude. I'm hoping to meet some people, meet some fun connections, shit like that. It's I mean, I'd love to be able to address the crowd, talk to some of these group, they usually have group breakoffs and shit. Would tell Jared and be like, yo, if you need me to be in charge of some groups or talk or whatever, I'm game. I mean, I don't have any, it's not like I could say, hey, here's a list of me running 10 events, but I mean, you see me in action every day on Facebook, you know what I'm about, you know what I bring to the table. So he wouldn't have invited me out there if he didn't know what I was about anyway. So
Oh, I took one of those 1,000 milligram gummies, man. I'm feeling good right now.
I call bullshit on that dosage. It's not 1,000, it's probably 100.
It says 1,000.
For example, this bag right here, 200 milligrams. All right.
Oh no, I like my bags and stuff. They're like 1,500 for the whole package.
Are you still in a state that rhymes with Alexis?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So you're getting milligram bullshitted. Listen, this right here is 20 milligrams. Okay. The
Okay.
package of this is 200. So you're telling me, I mean, this is how everybody is. If people in England were like this, you just did it. You would need 50 of these gummies right here, 50 to equal what you're alleging right there. You would be in the.
No, that's not the one I was taking.
Oh,
I'm trying to find the package of the one I took. It was a single gummy, and I paid like $20 for it. It was
okay.
like it's my super deluxe ones, but
Yeah, well, it was funny because when I was over in England, for example, and I got some gummies from Doof and all those guys, I mean, the shit would say like 3,000. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, little tiny ass.
Oh,
gummies.
yeah. But no, like the ones I normally take, they're like the 150 milligrams per gummy, and I do that. But
Okay. No, I used to have
it's the weekend, so it's the weekend, so I went big.
I got you, buddy.
Oh, and I'll probably.
Yeah, I
end
try
up
not to do any.
Uno.
I'm probably not gonna do much later. Well, we're doing family game night too, but I'm not gonna eat like a bunch of edibles after 7, 8 o'clock because I got to get up. I don't want to sleep till fucking 10:30. My flight leaves at 12, so I still got to pack too. Which is, I mean, it's nothing. I just throw some clothes in a bag,
But I just wanted to come up and say hi. I got my daughter. She's first day of school was yesterday, and she's just a freshman this year, so she's on her way home. So I'm gonna make sure I'm ready when she gets home to tell me about her day.
My son's a freshman this year too. I got freshman to sophomore, same high school, which was good for my boy that his sister went there because usually kids at a high school and they got a bigger sister, they tend to be a little bit more popular, which is nice. You know what I mean? Because you know how the world works, bro. So that'd be cool for Jimmy. So I like it. But yeah, I told her good luck at school, man, and have a fun time out there.
And I'll hit you up the next time I see you around, man. It's good seeing you.
Yes, sir. Be safe out there, bud.
Later.
See you. All right, and we are back. The squirrel has left the building. He's gonna go smoke. There's 1 day left to buy tickets for the something. I don't know. I'm getting high. I'm feeling that fucking cookie. Them cookies are good, dude. Them cookies are good. Hopefully, I run into some people in DC who like edibles because if I represent that and with some brownies I'm going to make too, possibly, which I will make. I'm going to make them later. Fucking A, man. They're going to... Man, I hate using the word transcendent, but this week does have the potential to be transcendent. I mean, it depends on a lot of things. It depends on who's there. But, I mean, usually when people go to events like this, they got a lot of energy, real positive and stuff like that. Sort of likable people, very friendly. So I'm hoping to meet some bonds and shit, It's going to be a good time. I'm not getting lying. I'm getting kind of pumped. See ya, Ellie. Take it easy out there. All right. Anybody else wants to come up and chat, man? You don't have to be clothed. You don't have to be sober. I don't give a fuck. I mean, hell, at this point, you can even show your balls. I don't care. Whatever. We'll just pixelate your balls. For some people, it's not that many pixels we need for that shit. So, one chick came up topless once, man. She had fucking big ass titties, but we ran out of pixels. You had to take her down. It couldn't cover it. Chocolate is that reducing the weight known as shrinkflation. Shan Dog is in the building. Happy belated, sir. His birthday was yesterday. Everybody wish Shan Dog a happy belated birthday in the motherfucking Shan. All right. I got to smoke some weed here. Hello, Eve. And everybody who's just joining us, welcome to the Fun Time Happy Party Hour. I'm your excellent host, the rambling man from Grambling, Joey Edibles. I can't back that up. I didn't go to Grambling University. I like this song, though. If you're out there and you listen to, and you like orchestral music, all right, and this is a weird hard right, but listen, especially if you like the NFL, Type in I can even link it to you at some point, but there was a CD called Songs of the NFL, films with Sam Spence, and they used John Facenda's voice. If you remember John Facenda, he called him the voice of God. He would say shit like, the autumn wind is a raider, and stuff like that. And he was really, really badass. He died in 73. It was quite a while ago, but some of them, they play his voice at the beginning, they do the songs like do 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 do, and all be like fucking orchestra music. But there's shit they used to play even NFL highlights and stuff. Fuck, that's good music. That whole CD was badass. It's all on YouTube now, so it's great. It's fucking great, man. The other one I really like, it was from, in terms of like instrumentals. All right, the game, it's hard to find. You got to do a couple searches. You got to word it right. But there was an NCAA basketball 04, maybe 05, but one of them. But they have they took all the bands, they had them play contemporary hits. So there's like the Jimmy Eat World song, there's the Desperate for Change, that song, but it's all on the do do do. Oh, that fucking pounds, boy. That whole CD is fucking badass. It was the songs they played during the game and shit. I think I bought that soundtrack at some time. Oh yeah. Somebody say hi to me, man. You guys all fucking naked and shit. That's cool. Yeah, I'm looking for guests. If you guys got anybody that would like to do the show and you think is interesting, it isn't at the putts. I say when it isn't a putts, you got to be, you got to be interesting. Can't talk about, I got this, and then that's why I'm special. I do normal shit. I never understood that. Like, people will say, I got something, then I'm doing normal shit. Be proud of me. I mean, you got to go above and beyond that bar. I mean, it's not like you're in a wheelchair and you're walking. Okay, that's a miracle. If you got a slight problem with your shoulder and you walk to the store, it's just a normal activity. It's not fucking items or activities that are deserving of congratulations. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Eve in the building. Love it. Yeah, I ain't got nobody coming over either. Pat was over earlier. Got some cookies. And other than that, man, just fucking, I don't know. I do not know. I'm trying to think of more guests. I mean, I've been emailing people. I mean, emailed like 15 people, 20 people this week. Nothing. Well, I mean, got the one guy I'm still working on. He said he'd do it. I'm just waiting on a day. People just got lives, man. They got their own thing. It's, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard. Especially when I'm looking at some titties. All right. What else we got? Yeah, I don't know. If there's any requests, you guys want to watch any video vignettes or anything, we could do that. Am I buffering, really? Fuck. I have done stand-up, actually. I have. There's some, if you go on my channel, Eve, go to videos, not the live part. Go to the main page, go to videos, and then sort by like oldest. You should be able to find the first stand-up set I did. Not the first, but there's a couple on there. Because that's how I got the YouTube. I mean, I had this account. Like, if you go to the About section of the page, it says 2012. That's not when I started the show. That's when I got this Google account. Started the show in 2019. But prior to that, I was doing open mics. I was doing stand-up and shit. And I put a couple on YouTube. And then there's a couple I got for members on the thing. But the first one, or one of them, the ones I did is on the, if you go back. And I actually predicted the future in that one. If you go back and watch it, because it was summer of 2019, before anybody knew what anything was. And I predicted Joe Biden was going to win the presidential race. Nobody remembers it. Nobody gives a fuck, but still kind of cool. And I'm trying to get back into stand-up. Even it's and the show we did, we just ran with stand-up. But the problem is it's just, I mean, it's a zero-sum game. You gotta stand-up is one of the hardest things ever because you have to act like you're better than people. Hey, come here and hear me talk. I'm gonna talk for an hour. You're gonna pay me to hear me talk. That's a big ask of a lot of people. You know what I mean? And a lot of it's just fluff and bullshit. Like, this is a weird thing to talk about because, like, a lot of people, you got to have that comedy brain sometimes. But, like, ask 100 comics who their favorite comics are. I guarantee you it's not going to be the guys that sell the most. It's a different style of comedy. You know what I mean? And that's not really my favorite style of comedy. When I say that, the family-friendly bullshit, the stereotypical jokes, the ha-ha-ha. How you guys doing tonight? Put yourself to hand together. You're the best audience ever. I can't artificially pander to that kind of shit. I'm not saying I can't be in front of an audience as the best audience ever, but it's hard for me to be fake because I'm real. I try to be as real as I can for you guys. It's my only selling point, really. I mean, that, and I can smoke a lot of weed, but pure authenticity is what I strive myself on. And it's hard for me to be fake in front of some people when they're not going to appreciate. And at the end of the day, too, I got a full-time job. I got a YouTube show. I can't go out to places in the middle of the week and just donate my time for nothing. I mean, it's, I got where I needed to be on the YouTube show. Got monetized. That was it. That's the keys to the fucking stadium. What I do in the YouTube stadium is my thing. That's what I do. But I got the keys now. That was a hard goal, and I got it. But to get the same keys at stand-up thing, you got to pay dues. You got to schmooze club owners. You got to work with people. So, like, what I'm kind of trying to do is do it backwards. A lot of people, they get famous stand-up-wise first, do the tour, then they come to YouTube. I did for the reason I just described, I don't have the time physically. It's a lot easier to do it at your house. It really is. And I don't drink, too. So it's like, I can stay at these fun clubs, and hey, can't you smoke weed there? So I'm going to sit there and smoke weed and be miserable. Trying to change that part. But my, going into the future, point 4, that's why I like this. It's a good question, and it's a good thing with this week coming up because it's kind of a transitory period, in some ways, because I really want to get to that next level, up here. When I say up here, we're here, we're having fun, we're chilling, but we got to be real. It's the same 2, 3, 400 people, and I love every one of them, but, I can't, you guys aren't going to give me $15,000 a piece. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get to the stadium level if I just talk to Funky Uncle John and all that all week. There's nothing wrong with Funky Uncle John, but if I want to up my game, I want to get into the comedy world. I want to get into the movies, potentially get into anything else entertainment besides just talking on YouTube. I have to, get myself in front of these people. It can be done several ways. I mean, I could just meet people, do the back. My plan is at some point I'm going to run for office. I think and I have a mind that is hopefully going to make the people laugh to where, I mean, they see that it's a serious run for office, but they're going to realize that not everything has to be so serious in the political world. And it's going to be a calculated risk because there's going to be nothing to lose. I mean, for some of these things, you only got to have 25 signatures, 100 signatures. I know that many people just in North Olmsted alone. I could get that in probably 3-4 months, 2 months even. I just fucking tell Keith and Warren and Pat and a couple other people. That's 3 people right there. All I need is fucking 22 more. I have those guys each get 8 signatures. I'm a councilman, or at least I'm on the ballot. And we got to be real. All these offices. Let me ask you something. For those of you in the states, does any of you know who your state senator is? Does any of you know who your state house representative is? Did you even know you had a state house and a state representative, state senate? Them jobs pay $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year. They're part-time jobs. All right. That's beside the point. Okay. The point of this being is that if I get these offices, I get any political office, right, through an ad, or how I'm going to do it is I'm going to have a funny campaign ad, use the YouTube revenue from the campaign ad. Hopefully that gets noticed, maybe goes viral. I don't know. That's obviously the point of every fucking thing on the internet is to go viral, but hopefully it goes viral, and then use that revenue to pay for campaign. This being, I don't have to ask you for money. That's the big problem with all these fucking campaign guys, all these politicos and shit running for office, is that you get emails from every one of them. And God bless the people I've had on the show. Everybody I've had on the show, I've got email from. It's hey, give me money. There's a better way. There's a better way. We've been asking. I've been alive. I'm 47 now, so I'm getting to the point where I've seen pretty much everything you can process in life, right? And the asking for money thing just drives people up a wall, and you pay, and it doesn't work. I call it the Bloomberg effect. Look at Mike Bloomberg back in 2020. If you flash forward yourself back to like January 2020, February 2020, before the lockdowns and everything, you couldn't turn on a computer without hearing a Mike Bloomberg for president ad. Did anybody remember that? That was fucking $1.5 billion. He fucking threw down the toilet. He flushed that shit right down. That's why you don't need to be keep giving people money. It doesn't work. And even the grassroots and canvassing and calling people, that's the old method of thinking, man. That's a waste of fucking time. You're gonna call people. When was the last time you fucking answered the phone? Fuck out of here. The wave of the future, the way to do this is through the internet. You make the internet work for you. Not saying you still can't have people work for you, but they get online. One person online can do the work of 200 in the fucking field. If you're out there knocking on doors, but I'm not saying you can't do events, but you want to make it work your time minute by minute. You go to the library and see 200 people at a concert hall. Boom. That's 200 people right there. You know how long it would take to knock on 200 doors? So that's why I think a lot of politicos, a lot of people who want to make change, who want to do things in office, they have no idea about smooching people, about getting to know people, actually addressing problems, maybe coming up with a better solution. It's all fucking talking points. It is. Turn on any political thing right now. Go turn on Harris. Go turn on Trump. Hell, turn on Oliver. I love Oliver. Go turn him on, though. Go turn on RFK Jr., any of them. It's all bullshit talking points because that's what it's turned into. It's turned into a fucking the other guy ain't shit, I'm better contests. That's not how we need to be as a country. We need to be unified. We need to be together. The America we all loved and known. You know, people always talking about, I miss the days we used to go out and, you know, hang out. You can still go out. You could still hang out. Why don't you? Why is everybody staying at home bitching, complaining, hanging out, going to the park, kicking your buddies? That's free. That's 100% free. It don't cost nothing. That life that you wanted in the past is still there. You're just not doing it because you're being lazy. All right, I got to catch up with the chat. I'm so sorry, guys. What's going on right here? Signals buffering. I'm sorry. Is your signal or my signal? Let's see. Okay, the stand-up one was the one I remember it. Telling how it is. Yeah, the ganja, dude. I'll tell you what, man. There's a lot, and I know it's not going to be the sole thing. Okay, you can't win a campaign just saying I'm going to give you guys weed. It's not how it works. If that was the way it works, I'd have fucking, you know, Ben Stiller or some shit sitting next to me here at the house. But you can really push start and jumpstart a campaign with edibles and things of the sorts. You really can. A lot of people really want this stuff. And I'll give you Ohio, for example. In Ohio, I got to give you some history. So we're going to jump in the DeLorean, take a time travel trip, okay? We're going back to 2016-ish, 15, whenever we're there. At the time, the governor of Ohio was John Kasich. Some of you guys may remember him because he ran for president 2016. Never dropped out. He stayed in way too long. Regardless, he authorized the medical marijuana program. Nobody voted on it. Here we go. Cool, weed's legal. But it was the most, what's the word I want to look for here? I don't want to say unfair. It's the most impractical program I've ever seen. I mean, it's the prices that they initially charged for this medical marijuana. For one, for the card. Two, for the price itself. And three, the stuff you had to go through to get the card. It's kind of asinine, if I'm being real. You would get certain days of weed, and you can only buy up to a certain thing, and ounces are $400. And at that time, they said, you know what, man, the prices are going to drop. Just give it time. Give it time. You know what the prices never did? Dropped. They're still the same fucking prices they did before. And now it's recreationally legal, which is great. I love it. I fucking love it. But the prices didn't drop. Still the same. Did you know? Somebody out there may be Googling, well, Joey Edibles in 2017, it was 350. Shut the fuck up. Percentage-wise, it didn't drop. It didn't. You know, I'll give you an example. This weed right here, $30 from the glove. Stayed up north. That same weed right there in an Ohio dispensary. And I calculated. I got a guy down in Dayton, my buddy Drew, bought some weed. Shake, half ounce of shake, $80. Extrapolate out to a whole ounce. It's $160. So weed in Ohio is a minimum 500% more expensive than it is in Michigan on flower. That is fucking asinine. That is an insult to seniors, insult to people on limited incomes. No, insult to veterans. It's an insult to you. If you're watching this from Ohio, the state of Ohio's weed policy is a fucking insult. The prices, it's an insult to you. It's an insult to your grandma. All these soldiers, troops, everything could get relief by this shit. They're priced out because of some idiot-ass governor. And the guy we got in there now, DeWine, yeah. Need I say more? You guys know how I feel about DeWine. You really do. You really do. So let me get some things in the back end squared away. And I think governor's going to be it. I think it will. I think I'll start something, dip my toe, maybe some local, state rep, councilman. I think state rep might be the move. And then from there, just fucking all hog and run for governor. Because there's a lot of shit out there. It needs to change, man. And I'm not sitting here saying I can do overnight. There's a lot of very practical ideas that can be ran through. And all these people out there, dude, they're out there and they just never solve anything. Talking points. The other guy sucks. I'm going to do nothing. Wash, rinse, repeat. That's the Democrats and the Republicans for as long as you've been alive, and you fucking know it. It's a goddamn shell game. Nobody wants real change. They don't. They want fucking talking points and be patted on the back and told it's going to be all right when it's not going to be all right. You can't have fucking promises. You got to have campaign recommendations, stuff I'm going to try to do, but I can't sit here as a politician, if I was a politician, and say I'm going to do this. I'd be lying to you. They're all fucking lying to you. All right, now, we're going to reduce housing prices. They ain't got no fucking plan. What are they gonna do? The only time housing prices in this country were reduced was after the fucking Second World War when they passed the GI Bill of Rights. And then they built houses all over the country. And we have to do another war to get that? I don't want to do another war. We can do that shit in peacetime. Common sense shit when we discuss stuff and get along instead of fucking yelling at each other. Bottom line, man. I'm about 20 minutes north of Seattle. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. You know I will, JC. Oh, the boss, Jack Howard. What's up, buddy? Long time, man. Ounce of shake there, $60. Yeah, it's come down in some places. I mean, and I'm not gonna lie, the weed in Ohio is okay. It's good weed, but not for the price. I'm not gonna sit here and there's no way I'm paying that price. No fucking way. And I got a lot of ends to tie up. I do. I gotta get this house clean. I got some crazy debt situations I gotta figure out. But once I get all that squared away, I think it's gonna be a run for the border, ready for that governorship. I mean, it's for the governor thing. I think you got to get half the counties. I think it's half the counties or some shit. For the state rep, you only get like 100 signatures, dude. It's a fucking, oh God, it's gonna, if it's gonna be easy, it's gonna be fucking sweet. And it's funny because like this would be something, and Eve was talking earlier, why don't you just stand up? Most comics are like this. We like to think we're better than everybody else. Like we want to think that we can outthink the system. And maybe that's what I'm doing here, but like I think there's there's some room for somebody like me in an office and that kind of stuff. I mean, it's why can't you have somebody who's outspoken and flamboyant and tells it like it is? I mean, it's not like I'm disrespecting people. I'm very nice. I'm cordial. I don't yell necessarily. But if I'm yelling, it's trying to make a point. I'm not yelling just to hear myself talk. You know what I mean? So who knows? Gaff was in the building. Yeah, state rep might be the move. That might be the move, Shandog. Because I want to get and here's another thing too. I know in the past I've said I was going to run on the libertarian ticket, but after talking, because libertarian, whatever, but like a couple things I've noticed about the Libertarian Party, it's very disorganized. I mean, by nature, a party, if you look at, libertarians are going to be disorganized because, kind of the ethos of the Libertarian Party is disorganization, but they just don't get votes, dude. Man, I like voting for the Libertarians. I probably will again, but even in their best election was 2016. And they got 3% of the vote. Back around Paul Days are getting 0.5%. If you put the best guy they could possibly get as libertarian, who would have to be somebody named, they'd have to get a named guy, a former Republican who's going to come in here, and he's going to get 5% at the most. At the most. So if you want to make change like that, you got to run as a practical independent. I know that's not really, it's kind of shitting on a lot of libertarian stuff, but I mean, it's a money game too, man. It's hard fighting these big parties, dude. You got fucking 300, how many millions and billions of dollars? Anyway, it's Joey Edibles. I can ask 300 million people for $1 each. I got to do it my own way. I got to subvert the system, man. To make change, sometimes you can't work it within the system. I know that's not popular opinion, but go out there, try to do what's right. Try to be virtuous. Try to not, this and that. You're going to get fucking eat up and spit out. Capitalism does not like a fucking rules follower. They don't. They really don't. I mean, look at all that shit's coming out about Mr. Beast right now. It's the same fucking story. It's coming out about every fucking business guy at that level. That's just how they do it. I mean, I don't know what to tell you on that, man. It's crazy. I'm not really a party, Shandong. I'm not. I mean, it's the party system just got so convoluted, dude. It did. When I was younger, I was pretty Republican. I voted for, my first time voted for president was Bob Dole in 96. And that's when I joined the service and I got in all that. I voted for Bush in 2004 and 2000. And the whole time I was in the service, I was pretty Republican. Because back then it was common sense conservatism. I mean, was Bush perfect? Was McCain perfect? No, but at least they had a heart kind of and this and that. And then 2012, I didn't really like Mitt Romney because he's not for anything to get high. There was no chance of getting weed. By that point, I was pretty much for legal weed. And that was not happening under Mitt Romney. So he wasn't even in beer either, so whatever. So I really didn't like Mitt. So that's when I looked into the libertarians. I found that Gary Johnson. And I like Gary Johnson. That's drew me to that. And they're easy to access. I mean, I've had on the Republican or the Libertarian candidate for president. Chase was on the show a while back. But, man, it's just the more you think about it, the more you really think about it. Political parties and all their ethos is just bullshit, dude. It's all bullshit. All right. Livestock says there's a 500 quid deposit standing for Parliament. If you fall under a certain percentage, you don't get it back. Okay. Yeah, it's literally all the same person, man. Like you said, Shandog. Okay. Oh, tell Josh I said hi, Dave, for sure, buddy. Yeah, if anybody wants to come holler, man, there's 13 is in the chat. If doesn't have to be me rambling. I guess sometimes me rambling is good for the soul. It is my channel, so I mean, people do pay to hear, not pay, but I guess you're paying by watching the commercials. But it's not like you're paying to hear me talk. It's free. I try to make it free. I mean, down the line as I go, I'm not gonna say everything's gonna be free all the time, but main YouTube show probably will be free. I mean, at some point I might have to turn a members only chat, but I'm a year away from that unless something blows up. Unless I'm like the Hawk to a guy or something. I don't know. I hated that trend, right? It made every fucking creator be like, really? This broad gets fucking all this of fame for that fucking 1 second clip? 1 second clip, she get us all that. Fucking hell, man. Oh well. Sammy leaves in the building. What up? What up? How's life out there in the great deep Arctic, whatever the fuck your town's called? Sometimes, man, you just gotta smoke and chill. Smoke and chill. Windy up in Alaska. See, the cool thing about Sam is she can say I'm from Alaska and nobody's gonna do anything because who the fuck's gonna go up to Alaska to prove a point? That's fucking stupid. Dang it, my ticket wasn't selected this time for something. Here, hold on. What was this? This was I didn't get the pick for the Cumberland Bacon Festival. Damn it. All right, Angie, we cannot go to the Cumberland Bacon Festival. I did not win the tickets. I forgot I put in for that. So this is what happens when you get real high and shit. You be forgetting you do shit. Oh, shit. Speaking of forgetting about things, we welcome Dorito to the show. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, this is that fucked up fucking split screen, isn't it? Hi, everybody.
Yeah, we can go wide if you want. Hold on. I got to go back to the original background, though. Stand by.
What's happening?
Not much, dude. Just fucking chilling. Getting ready for DC tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Gonna be on a jet plane. I leave. It's a nonstop there, and then on the way back, I think I got to stop in like Boston or some shit.
Get ready to embark on your new career, chair stacking?
Chair stacking and part-time events planner.
Oh. So you're going to do brisses.
Do you remember one of my favorite WWE things? You might not have, you had to have been watching this around that time because everybody watched in the Attitude Era, but might have been even after the Attitude Era. But they had this guy, his name was Val Venus, right? And
yeah,
his shtick was he was like a porn star. He'd come out and go, "Hello, ladies." It's kind of like all these Rick Rude boy,
did that like shit, yeah.
But there was this
before he dropped him, yeah.
But they had this a bunch of Japanese guys. They like kidnapped them and they put him in the fucking bathroom. And they're like, "We are going to cut off your Johnson." And he came in with a fucking samurai sword and like, and they were acting like they were going to cut it off. And then right when he was going to cut off his dick, they cut the camera. It was great wrestling back in the day, boy.
That's the old WWF shit. My favorite were the cage matches, the fucking, and just throw whatever in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, the no disqualification and everything? Yeah. Well, I mean, because like back in the 90s, people pushed their bodies to the envelope to where they did shit that made no sense. I mean, Mankind, God bless him, if he would have proposed some of the shit he did back then today, they'd be like, "You're out of your fucking mind. We're never gonna do this." Like,
well, that's just it. The old shticks were a lot different. They, from lightly cutting an area, so when it got hit, it would pop. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Ultimate Warrior, prime example. Fill that guy up with an 8-ball of cocaine, dude, and he'll just go ahead, boing, 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 boing around the ring, dude, and fucking hit everything he can, and then jam back out of the ring. You know what I mean? Yeah. Tell me I'm wrong.
Also, breaking news: Alpha Anoa died. I think that's he was the other half of the Wild Samoans. I think that's The Rock's uncle, maybe Roman Reigns' uncle. He was one of the head shrinkers, I believe. But
yeah. Who was Rock's father?
Dwayne Johnson.
No, I know that.
But, Rocky Johnson. Rocky Johnson.
Yeah, but what did he have a stage name?
Yeah, his stage name was Rocky Johnson.
Okay.
And his grandfather was Peter Maivia, the High Chief. That's when he first came in. He went as Rocky Maivia, and then slowly went.
Okay,
to
the High Chief. That was. I seem to.
That was before my time. I don't really remember Peter Maivia.
No, I think it's way before my time too. But I think that was when. Was it Superfly Snuka with Rock's dad or Rock's grandfather?
Well, there was also another Rock, Don the Rock Morocco. He was the first guy to go by the Rock.
Yeah,
but I don't think they're related to.
But they were the Islanders or something like that, weren't they?
Yeah. They always come out like the Wild Samoans or Islanders or some shit like that.
That's what I was saying because that's Superfly Snuka was one of the original Islanders a long time ago, and that's what I could have swore he was. Now I got to look. Damn it. I loved Superfly Snuka, dude.
I remember when Superfly first came back because he was gone for a while. Yep. And I didn't start watching wrestling. My dad wouldn't let me watch it until I was like about 10 or 11. And I started getting into it. And he was, they just introduced Jimmy Snuka, and I'd never seen him before. I was like, this guy looks cool as hell. So I went back and saw like all the old shit. He was gone for from 85 till 89. Yeah. When they brought him back. And he was the first one. Remember when he jumped off the cage? He was the first one to pioneer. Now they all do it. But back then, that was fucking wild days, bro.
Yeah, they are family. As the daughter of Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Tamina is a second generation wrestler and is Rock's cousin. So maybe I guess they were brothers.
I wish Kim was.
Yeah, I know. Superfly Snuka was connected to the sprawling family, Anoa'i family, and therefore Dwayne The Rock Johnson through there.
There's a steroid using fuck, right? Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess that's how they're related through this family, ANOA apostrophe I.
Anoa'i or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of Samoans with big old hard heads and shit.
Yeah, so they're family, period. Because with a Samoan, if you're family, you're family. That's it.
Right. There's not many Samoans, dude. Like people think Samoa's big.
Oh,
only 100,000 people or some shit.
You ain't out here, bro. Dude, we got little cultures, little areas where you got like, if you see one Samoan family in a house, there's a few other Samoan families immediately around, and they're all related. You know what I mean? Because you don't.
Because over in the islands, dude, and properties are expensive. They probably put fucking 10 people in a house and shit. You know what I mean? Well, you know how it is. It's like California to a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, Samoans, they used to we had the Asians. They lived up in one little. I know this is gonna. I'm not trying to sound segregating, but we had like the barrio where I lived. That's where all the cholos and the Mexican families lived. Then you had the other side of the tracks. You know what I mean? And then you had the hoods, the different hoods, and the Samoans. They used to run like all the Piru areas, Piru Crips, and all that stuff. Like they ran that, bro. You didn't fuck around with the Samoans, but they didn't fuck with you either. You know what I mean? They didn't mess with you unless you messed with them.
I don't think there's one Samoan that even lives in Cuyahoga County. Well, there might be like a football player in the Browns or something, but
yeah,
you just don't see people. There's a tiny Asian community, like right by the Cleveland Clinic, because obviously there's a lot of random doctors and shit are Asian, but there's not many black. I always joke that Cleveland got both races, black.
Did you ever hear? I don't know if I don't think he still plays football, but he used to play it. He got pretty big for a while. Santos Sanchez.
I've heard that name for some reason.
Yeah, his big old Samoan dude. It's time for me to get up. Sorry. I saw he was on earlier, so I woke up. Yeah, Santos Sanchez. We went to the same high school.
Okay.
And that dude was he ended up going to like University of Hawaii after that, and then he went pro. And like he's a smasher, dude.
There was a guy who used to play for Hawaii, University of Hawaii. His name was Colt Brennan. He was a hog. I think he passed away a couple of years ago because he just got into booze or some shit. I can't remember exactly what happened, but it was pretty fucked up. But I remember that offense back in Hawaii. Well, Timmy, you remember the name Timmy Chang? They used to run that run and shoot. These guys would get fucking 500 yards a game. They just go fucking 5 wide and just chuck it, man. It was crazy fucking spread offense.
Another two. One played basketball, and then one was a football player. You ever heard of Paul Seeley?
Not really.
Yeah, he ended up going pro basketball, and then Ephraim. You ever heard of Ephraim Herrera? His dad was a Seahawk,
Okay.
and he ended up going on to play pro as well.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a Rolling Raider as well. He went to Rolling High School. We had a gnarly football team, dude. When I was, those guys fucked people up, dude. Our coach, like, if you was irrelevant, in other words, you wasn't getting the ball much. You know what I'm saying? You're just out there to fucking do some business, dude. He would give us aspirin, and he would tell us, "You take a motherfucker out, you take him hard. When you get up, throw that fucking aspirin right in his helmet." And dude, I shit you not, dude. There's so many times that I would get chased without even having the fucking ball, dude, because of that shit. And we would end up getting good plays because they just get pissed and want to take you down. Fuck the ball. You know? You're in the area, fucking let's tackle them. Nope, gotta go.
That's why I don't get me wrong. I love playing football, but that's the things I didn't like was the tackling because I was lying, dude. I'm a big guy. I played offensive, defensive line and shit like that. I just, man, in practice, you just run into people all the time. You go home from practice, you fucking tie your arms are black and blue. You're like, why am I doing this?
I was fast as hell. I was little, but I was like about 180 pounds, dude. I was like 5'6", 5'5", 5'6", and just stocky. And I was real fast, but I had butterfingers, like you wouldn't believe. So it wasn't. Don't give me the ball. You can play like you're giving me the ball. Don't give me the ball. Yeah.
Well, when I first tried out for football, I remember this. I'll never forget this from freshman football. I thought I was gonna be a tight end. So I remember there was 4 guys that ran, but like did a running drill. I was the fastest out of the 4 of them.
I was a wing back.
Came kind of, I'm just like you though. When it came time to catch the ball, yeah, I just pretty much everything got dropped. So
I was a wing back.
Okay.
That extra player.
I feel it. Oh geez. Yeah, I could get that.
Didn't do too much except for run right by the back of the quarterback and then run the other way and run this way and oh, look at me, I got the ball. Hey, no, I don't.
Well, I mean, most of the time they know who's good on the team. I mean, the rest of us are there.
Dude, I honestly was shit when it came to getting the ball, bro. I ain't got a lot to kick it. If I get it tucked up in there, dude, I'd be okay. But if I got hit, I didn't give a fuck after that ball. I just wanted to get them back. I was the same way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we would play. I remember the only time I really did get into action was like when there was not much going on. So we were in a route. And I remember one time we were playing this team Chanel and we were just smoking them. And so I got in the game and I just got tired because we were playing offense and defense. It's like, fuck, there's a lot of fucking football.
I played that long enough to get my ankle snapped in the scrimmage.
Oh, see, I never heard anything, thank God.
I got my shit snapped straight across. Someone grabbed a hold of my foot. Somebody hit me high, bro. My foot stayed. My leg went.
All right.
But our coach that we had in my freshman year, which was my freshman year, he was also my pony coach in football when I played when I was younger.
Okay.
So meat and potatoes, dude. Meat and potatoes. That's all he always said. Stuff them with meat and potatoes. Much pasta as possible. Keep stuffing them with food.
Well, I mean, to eat, you got to eat. It depends how much you're working out. I mean, if you're working out a lot, you got to eat a lot of protein, a lot of carbs. If you're not working out, not so much, I guess.
Working out or not, dude, when you're hyper, you are working out. If you're just going and going and going, bro. I mean, dude, my metabolism was so fast when I was young, dude. It was pathetic, dude. Like I could eat a whole large pizza and be hungry within 45 minutes, dude.
Oh, 100%. Back in the day, used to have, Whoppers and Big Macs were $1. It was a different time. But I could polish two Big Macs, two Whoppers, no problem.
I agree. It's no big thing to polish down, to suck down 2 burgers, dude, for lunch.
But now, fuck, dude, there's no way I could eat 2 Big Macs. No fucking way.
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, I had 2 guacamole bacon burgers for lunch. With some
I
fries.
guess when Lep makes them, I do have, sometimes 3 or 4. So, but regularly, I mean, back then it was nothing. You go there, you could just eat like that. But it's because when you're a kid, it doesn't matter. You're running around doing all kinds of shit. You're constantly moving. When you're older, you're sedentary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you get together with your friends, you're 16, 17, where you probably get to go to the park, play basketball, maybe, ride bikes, whatever the fuck you do. And when you're older, you go with your friends, you go to the bar, you get drunk.
Come home, pass out.
Right. Shit that's not exactly conducive to losing weight and being healthy.
Oh, I'm a firm believer naps are awesome. And I shouldn't eat those 2 burgers. But, fuck, they're so good.
Sometimes you gotta say fuck it, right? I mean, everything in
Dude.
moderation, but sometimes you gotta say fuck it because
I ain't even going to lie to kick it, bro. I ate those 2 burgers. After I had the 2 burgers, I straight up went to the freezer, dude, and got me a little strawberry shortcake ice cream, dude. Sucked that thing down, sucked the Pepsi down. Next thing you know, Joey's live. I opened my eyes. It was great, dude. A little coma on the couch.
I didn't take a nap today. Usually during the week I'm not too good about it. Sometimes in the office I'll doze off for 5-10 minutes, but it's no big deal. I mean, if you're the way I look at it, if I'm at home and I go take a 15-minute break and doze off for 10 minutes, what's the difference if I sit in my chair at work? They're not gonna say anything.
My problem is a buddy of mine pointed out, it's like, I guess you call it the watcher syndrome. I have a habit of, I can only sleep a few hours without checking out everything. You know what I mean? I've always been that way, dude. I can be a heavy sleeper, but unfamiliar noises, like it could be the dog. Fuck you. I'm going to sleep. But if I hear him bark another way, I'll wake right up. You know what I mean? It's
Right,
weird, but I can only sleep so many hours, and then I gotta get up. Yeah.
I have a philosophy on sleep. When I'm tired, I go to sleep. That's pretty much it. And it sounds very simple, but
Same here, but it's only brief. I wake
for
up.
me, also too, I'm always high all the time, so it's easy to go to sleep when you're high. But I mean, even then, when I'm tired, just put my head down, go to sleep. It's not really, even when I wasn't smoking weed all the time, it still really wasn't that difficult for me. I don't know.
Dude, I go to bed at like 11:30 at night. I get up before my alarm, between 2 and 2:30. My alarm goes off at 2:30.
Well, I always get up and fucking bathroom, use the bathroom 3-4 times because I'm old.
Well, no, then I get up at that time. I get ready. I go to work. I come home. I take a 2-hour nap, and then I get up, and that's my sleep pattern. If I don't take a nap, then I still don't sleep. I can't go to sleep until so early. Like I may go to sleep an hour earlier. Woohoo!
Right.
I mean, even an hour nap, dude, after getting home from work is worth 3 hours of that night sleep. You know what I mean? To me.
It depends on your look. I'm not really, I'm not saying I won't nap, but I don't like plan naps. If I need a nap, I'll just, for a little bit. And even then, barely a couple minutes, just enough to refresh and go on. There might be times when I say that and it's probably more like 10 minutes, but it's not, because if I, like, say right now, if I went to go lay down, I'm getting up at 4:00 in the morning. I'm not going to get up. It's hard. I'm not on a schedule like that. During the day, I got to be doing kind of things type shit. Because just the way the schedule is,
Yeah. When I was younger, livestock, my oldest sister, she's like a hippie. That was when we used to get along. She put me through all kinds of different teas to try and mellow me out and get me to sleep. And that, I just had the word in my head, cameline or whatever. Cameline tea? Is that
chamomile.
Yeah, that stuff. It would get me semi-lethargic. If I was already heading towards wanting to go to sleep, that might help, was the cameline tea. Nothing else, though. I tried. She gave me all kinds of different teas, dude. Stuff that was good, stuff that tasted like shit, stuff that was cold, stuff that was hot. Yeah, my sister was all about that au naturel shit.
Oh, the what is it, herbal cures and shit? Okay. I never really got into that. A lot of it's just and I know people are like, oh, the FDA, this and that. I mean, if it's not approved by the FDA, there's a fucking reason typically.
That was before it was even all crazy popular and stuff. This was like before my mother passed it, before 9/11. You know what I mean?
Right.
But and we were tight. Like my sister used to do my laundry every week. You know what I mean? I give her an eighth of smoke and she'd do my laundry for me. You know, we talked to, just like my mom. We talked every day. I kind of somewhat hung out with her a lot here and there. You know, go to her house, hang out.
Right. I used to do that. Well, back in the, I mean, up until, I don't know the exact age. It was mid-20s, but I would just, laundry would be at home.
My sister was fucking cool, dude, and I love her with all my heart, and I miss her, but it just certain things happen in family, and after my mother passed away and then my dad passing away, the family just fell apart, bro. Is what it is.
I still talk to my brother. We don't talk every day, but I mean, we got lives. I'm not one of those friends who you got to talk to every day. I mean, there's some people I try to talk to every day, but if I miss a day, it's no big deal. I mean, I'm not gonna. We're all busy people, dude, and it's
Yep. Yeah, I haven't talked to her for like 2 years, dude. So my real brother, I had my true blood. I haven't talked to him for almost 10 years. I'm not interested. Yeah. Oh, Joey, we got Texas VAs.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. The company's going to be busy till 2031, bro.
Fucking A, man.
Yeah.
And then by then, who knows? They might. See, that's the thing about the VA.
It's already going to be time to change.
Yeah, it's government
By the time
change.
everything gets done, it's going to be time to change it all again.
Boom is in the building. What's up, buddy? Come say hi, man. If you're not doing anything.
That's what I'm saying. I could have swore your access stuff now is pretty much not even just card. It's like thumb and stuff is what I would be thinking.
Well, I mean, eventually that's the way everything's going to be biometric. I mean, it'll be the technology is there now. I mean, when we go to for NFL games, for example, when I go to the Browns games, I just walk up, put my thing in the thing, they scan my eyes, it says "Welcome, Joseph Rell," and 3 people walk in. That's going to be everywhere, and other people are like, "Oh my god, dude, they got everything already." Like, fuck out of here with privacy worries. Like, if you have an internet, you have a computer, they know everything about you. Everybody.
Yeah, they know how you are, how you are, who you are, and where you are.
Right. If you really want to be scared by technology, just type in, I don't know, go to YouTube and look up deep web shit, and you'd be like, Jesus.
Spyware rabbit hole. Just type that.
Right? I mean, it's if people do have your information, I mean, sometimes it could be good for you because if they market shit to you, maybe you don't need. I mean, it's weird because if you talk about something online, like, oh yeah, Prilosec, Dorito, have you heard about Prilosec? Next thing you know, you look at your phone, there's a fucking Prilosec ad. And I just always joke about Prilosec because it sounds funny.
I know what Prilosec is, dude.
I don't even. At one time I did know, but I can't remember what I did it for. But if you're out there and you're a pharmaceutical sales rep for Prilosec or any pharmaceutical sales, please come visit me in person and we'll discuss an agreement. I only say that because most pharmaceutical sales representatives are chicks with big old titties. So
Prilosec. Wait,
it's OTC. I think it's over the
in your
counter.
stomach or to take the edge off for anxiety? I can't remember. I know I've taken it.
It's not the anxiety.
One of the two.
Okay, Google. What do you use Prilosec for?
Stomach. I bet you.
On the website FDA.gov, they say,
Yeah, stomach.
OTC used to treat? Prilosec OTC.
Heartburn.
is used
Yeah,
to
that's for
treat
stomach.
Stomach, yeah.
Heartburn occurs when
What's the other? What's the P one for anxiety? Dang it.
Klonopin?
Paxil.
Frequent
Paxil. There we go.
for 2 or more
'Cause I think
Okay.
that's what it is. It's Paxil. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I've never really taken any anxiety meds. I'm not saying I haven't had anxiety in my life, but I mean, I smoke weed all the time, so that pretty much.
Paxil. That's what it is. It's paroxetine. Yeah, because I took a lot of P's back in the day, and there was Paxil, there was Prilosec, there was. Yep, I remember the P days. And they said
I don't think you're gonna have a QR code because QR codes just aren't.
that isn't gonna happen, bro.
But I think at some points it's not going to be mandatory. But I mean, I think for ease of use there will be. But I don't think they will do the chip because I think the biometric eye scanning is so good that you don't really need that. So I think that would happen. But I don't think you're going to see the QR, the proverbial, what was that movie with the barcode in the back of his head?
The Mark of the Beast.
No, what was the name of that movie? It was a bald guy and he had a fucking barcode in his head. He was a killer. I know you know what I'm talking about. God, that'd be a good costume.
Hitman.
Fuck. I didn't think
Hitman.
about that. That's a great costume, dude.
The name of
God
the movie.
damn it, that's a good costume.
The name of the movie is Hitman. It was
Yeah.
after the video game. Hitman. Yep. Now I remember.
Hitman costume.
There was 3 of them. I think maybe 4 Hitman movies they did.
This is an easy costume because I'm already bald. I just got to put a red tie on with the suit. Booyah. But I think people would recognize it with the barcode, but I have to figure it out.
Yeah, you need to shave your face too completely.
Yeah, that's not like that's not like doing that.
Yeah, like we're talking baby butt smooth, dude.
I mean, when I do shave my face, it literally 4 days is back, but I mean, it's still
It's just
annoying.
Halloween.
Yeah. But we are going to have a Halloween get together that weekend. If anybody wants to shoot up, I don't know exactly what we're going to do, but we'll hit up bars, go to costume parties, shit like that. And the Browns Ravens play the next day, so if you're a football fan, you can come to the tailgate with us and kick it. Should be a good time.
We're just gonna do trick or treat in the neighborhood. What up, Mike?
My kids are in high
going
school.
to be, if I get it together like the Mandalorian or a Stormtrooper, but I probably won't more than likely get it together, so I'll probably end up just being a speed bump. That's real easy. A little bit of caution tape and black clothes.
Well, my favorite, I got some really good costumes I've done over the years. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that Private Pile costume was fucking legendary. So was the Bull Shannon costume. So was the Carrot costume. I mean, I've had a good 4 or 5 costumes I would say are fucking next level in my opinion. I just like Halloween. I like the pageantry of it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I also like the cleavage part of it. But I mean, Halloween's just fun, dude. It's if you're like expressing yourself, if you're a very artistic person, outgoing, it's a great time to just pretend you're somebody else for a day. Just have fun with it, take pictures, etc., etc.
Oh, I've gone the last Halloween parties we went to. I went one as a mad scientist, full on with the white old beaker hair and everything. And then the one before that was pirates. We went as pirates.
Okay.
But I brought a sword.
Oh, the Ken Bone costume was amazing as well. It was even cooler when I had him on the phone. Let me show you some. I was if you're from Ohio and you know who Tim Misney is, I was Tim Misney once for Halloween. I thought about fucking hanging outside the Tim Misney offices once dressed like him just to fuck with people, but I ain't got that kind of time.
Dude, you got Fester. You could either be Fester or Bull.
But Bull's a lot, but Fester's so dated. It really is. And Bull's fun because I already got the costume. I literally still have the coat. I went on eBay and I bought Department of New York police badges and I sewed it onto a coat. I took up to the seamstress. So I just wear that with the tie. It's fucking perfect Bull costume. And and I'm not gonna lie too. I look so much like him that kind of wins every time. If I go to a costume contest and it's not, I mean, if there's not a bunch of slutty chicks there, slutty chicks always typically win those shows. And I mean, I'm not saying they're sluts, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? If a hot chick is dressed like something, you got cleavage out, you got to vote for her. And I wrote out Joe and Candy Corn one time. That was pretty cool.
I got to get my shoes on. I got to get ready to go get my kid up.
They grayed out the like button. Well, that sucks. Now, if you like it, that's fine. I don't know. You don't have to like it. Let's try to find more costumes in here. I Googled Halloween just to see what popped up. Put a bunch of random shit. God, what was these costumes? I don't even remember this. Jimmy was Black Panther?
Wakanda forever.
I literally don't remember this. Is it a Black Panther? What costume is that?
I don't know. Wakanda forever.
This is my parents' house, too. This is old. I'm going to send this to the family group chat and see what the fuck Jimmy was that year.
It's so cool. I got to get my kiddo, dude. I hop on the scooter and ride a block and a half. She walks back. She doesn't want to ride.
Well, at least you're not bringing the giant truck and shit.
Well, that's just it, dude. There's so many cars over there. it's a pain in the ass to do that. I'd have to go park over there probably like an hour beforehand, just so I'd be able to get out okay. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
So
Oh, it's 4:20 in Utah. Smoke up.
you gonna be on for a little bit?
Probably for a tiny bit. Yeah, I mean, if nobody else jumps up, I'll probably call it. But I'll be on if somebody else comes up for a little bit. At least another 20, and I'll go from there.
That's
I
what
doubt
I'm saying. When I go,
past 4 your time, I probably won't be on here.
he gets out at 3:30, so
All right,
I'll be back. It's 3:20 now, but 15 minutes.
all right. Let's see a little bit. Here's Dorito going to get his kid.
Yep. Minus the part that Joey does so well.
I gotta turn off this fucking loop part. All right, Dorito is gone. He's not gone. He's gonna come back, but that's okay, Mike. I'm not worried about it at the end of the day. If somebody wants to come holler at me, though, I could use some company. I could really use some people. I mean, I got to go to the bathroom at some point, I think. I've been smoking, peeing for a while. I might play a clip while I'm gone here. Let me see what I got. Yeah, Halloween's not about being just safe. It's about having fun. Fuck, ever since I said peeing, I gotta pee now. All right, I'll do the bike on the stairs. That's a good one. Hold on. Ooh, fuck. Yeah, it's great TV, right? Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I know here in the Square Table Degenerates, I strive to entertain all the time. Sometimes you got to go to the bathroom. No, speaking of going to the bathroom, we welcome What the Fuck Mike to the show. How you doing, buddy?
What up? I heard you say it, and I clicked the link, and I was in the basement, and I watched you get up and walk away. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Ah, Jesus. Thanks for joining me. I needed some company, man. It's people are all
God, yeah.
today. A lot of people are probably cooking. I did start a little early, but
Yeah. That's all right.
what's popping up in your land, bro? What you got doing tonight?
Oh, not much. I was out doing exactly what you were talking about. Went down to my parents and helped them make salsa.
Okay.
They got a big pear tree, and they don't know what to do with all the pears and crap, so I taught them how to make pear salsa.
We had we used to have an apple tree in the backyard, but I don't think the apples were edible, so we just cut it down. I mean, they might have been edible. I don't know. My dad was very vehement. He's like, "You gotta take the tree down." I was like, "Whatever, man. We'll just cut it down. I'm not really married to it."
Yep.
We
Hey,
got that-
Samantha. Hey, Eve.
over there's an old swimming pool, and it's like a biodiversity dome now because there's like trees fucking 15, 20 feet tall in that bitch. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that place.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a pear tree and an apple tree in the backyard, and they just cut one apple tree down. It kind of like started to die off. So we cut it down and then bored into the root with a big auger and then planted another tree right in its place. Filled it back in with the wood chips of its loved ones. I don't know how you'd want to explain that.
there's like, I gotta do something in my backyard. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with it. Because I mean, this kind of wasted space right now. Like, I should utilize it more, especially in the fall. You know what I mean? Because you got fall, you can do campfires and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a lot cooler just doing.
Yeah,
it
but
backyard.
sometimes that wasted space, yeah, it comes in handy. If you're having like get-togethers or something, you got to set up a game of, I don't care, fucking cornhole or whatever. You know, you
Yeah,
want
we're-
that space.
Mhm. Oh, we got a mortar from cornhole back there. But fuck, we probably put a horseshoe pit shit like that too. Actually, that's not a bad
Mhm.
idea. It's funny, up at the park they got concrete cornhole boards, which is nice. I had a bunch of
Yeah.
cornhole bags, but man, they fucking the corn inside just went bad, and that's what
Yeah,
they were in the breezeway and the snow got on them, I guess, and fucking
started sprouting.
Yeah, well, when they get moisture, when they get wet, that seeps into the thing, and there's actual corn kernels in there, so it just fucking made the corn bad and it just rotted. I had to
Huh.
chuck. Yeah,
Happy Friday, Sam. I never do that. My brothers must be fake or something. My brother-in-law.
well, I mean, you could probably put little plastic beads in them, but if you put corn
Well,
in
his
there,
are store bought, but you know it's called cornhole. But I doubt it. I don't think it's corn in there because we've been camping many years now with that damn thing, and it's gotten rained on and everything with
Oh,
the
okay.
bags out there. They've never.
yeah, because that thing is, yeah. So I'm never gonna buy actual. I mean, they were handmade by somebody. It was like one of those. It was at a booth. You ever been to those fairs and shit?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
county fair, and everybody has like a booth and shit. This lady had a booth up there, and she was selling custom cornhole bags. And I was like, "Oh, these Browns ones look cool." And I maybe use them twice. That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's like I buy all this shit. You know, like, oh, we're gonna do this, and then you use it once, and it just sits there. So I mean, that's just me. I need to be less lazy, more proactive in the stuff I have, and you know, the stuff I don't use, just get rid of, kind of shit. But that's easier said than done, Mikey,
Yeah.
because you know how it is when you're in your 40s or 50s or whatever. You fucking
Yeah,
so much goddamn
I'll use it someday.
crap. Right. And next
Yep.
thing you know, you're fucking throwing shit away. Oh, I mean, I learned
Yep.
also too. If you ever lost a parent, lost your parents, and you got to go through their shit, and you're just like,
Yeah, oh yeah,
real eye
yeah.
opener.
Grandparents. Yeah,
You start thinking it's like, well, I got more shirts, you know, left than I do days on this earth. Not that that's the actual case, but you know what I mean. It feels like that sometimes. Yeah.
all right, right, Sam. Yeah, you got a point there. You can't return it at the fair. Nope, all sales are final. Got it.
Right. How you gonna get it back? That's the same thing with the dispensary. And when am I gonna drive back up to Michigan if the cart doesn't work? I just gotta take their word for it.
Mhm. That's why I found like a lot of my stuff that's been sitting around I don't use. I just give it to Jimmy. He's got to find a spot for it.
It's the best way to do it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll probably do it with my daughter here soon. Just give her a bunch of crap I don't use. You know.
Yeah. Well, that way, if I need to use it again, I know who to borrow it from.
Well, some things dropped to so cheap too. I mean, back in the day, you keep a TV, but I mean, you go to fucking Walmart, you get a fucking 57-inch for $100 or whatever the fuck it is. It's so goddamn cheap. It's like,
Yeah.
because I got an extra TV over there. I got one over there. I got like 3
Right.
4 TVs that we don't really use, and you can't throw them away. You can't really give them away. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Jimmy's stereo in his house, I bought it at an auction. The thing was like worth a lot of damn money after I found out later. But I bought that at an auction for like less than $5.
Oh, that's the way to do it. Do you go to fucking
Yeah.
Goodwill? Like all my furniture in here, like this chair right here, these chairs, for like $10 at the Goodwill. And
Yeah,
one
these
other-
people like closed off a whole section of the street, the whole block of their house. They had it closed off, and they lined trailers with all the junk from the house, and they had a big auction, just bidding on it.
little
And
estate-
this,
it's weird if you call it garage sale, not as many people show up as if you call it estate sale.
yeah,
'Cause if you call
yeah,
it
and
estate
exactly
sale,
what it
people
was.
think
Yep,
it's a deal.
yeah, yeah.
we
It
had
wasn't a estate sale. Yep.
When we moved into this house, probably like 3 months after we moved in, the guys on that side were doing that. There was an old lady and she passed away, and so they were doing an estate sale. And they had good bargains. I mean, recliners for $5, shit like that. So we went over there and bought some stuff, and then
Yeah.
so that was kind of cool. And then like a bunch of something. I mean, and also too in these. I'm not saying I'm in like the best area of town, but it's not bad. I mean, sometimes people throw away stuff that's still good. You know.
Yeah. We had drove by this house for like a week prior, and like they had all the trailers out front of the house and putting stuff on them, like getting ready. And like that whole week, we've had like rainstorms and everything you freaking name it. they've had electronics sitting out on the trailers and all. I'm like, oh boy. So when this stereo came up, I'm like, yeah, was that one of the fucking things sitting on the trailer over here? And it was like some Japanese Toshiba, the big house entertainment stereo, you know, with the record player on top and like the equalizer and the double tape deck and, you know, all the crap in it. And the fake wood paneling and wooden box.
I still got upstairs. I still got one of those. Like,
Yeah.
if you look, I don't know if I can switch to the. Let me see how much I got in the GoPro. I want to show you real quick. Hold on.
But yeah, Jimmy hooked it up at his house when he come and got it or whatever. He's like, oh, it bumps.
Well, I got like the Google device over here, so that's perfect for you know, listening to music, and it's really loud. Like that thing bumps. I mean, it's not like you have a need for a stereo system. I mean, don't get me wrong, they look cool, but like I got one upstairs. I don't know where we got it from. I think it was just somebody gave it to us, but like it's got that. It's got a 3-disc CD changer, a couple tape decks, but and if you're up there, you can play it. It's like, why? I mean, even radio stations are on the internet. You just talk to the Google device, and you can fucking you know, do it. So I don't know.
Like we got like a 5,000 watt Samsung Shake system in the house, and yeah, we don't barely ever use it except for movies.
Which is wild because I remember people buying all these DVD collections and shit, and it's
oh god, yeah, we got one of them too.
I'm glad I didn't go all out on DVDs because
I just came across an unused external 3.5-inch floppy drive. Are you sure it's unused?
Well, I remember when. Do you remember when they first started getting rid of the A drive? The hard disk started going away.
Yeah.
I remember my dad. I was like, "Oh, we got." So he bought this little USB thing, this little disk drive. He never used that thing fucking once. I want to show you something here in the studio. If I can get this fucking GoPro. Whoa! I don't want to leave the studio. Hold on. Settings. Camera. GoPro. All right. Hopefully this will work.
Beep beep beep. Beep beep beep.
USB connected. This should work.
GoPro. I can read GoPro.
All right, there we go. All right,
there we go.
Over there in that corner, that's a door, and that goes upstairs all the way up there. And upstairs, that's where we got the. Because I mean, eventually, I want to turn that into like a secondary lounge. Like if we got too many people over, kind of thing. I got a lot of clutter. I mean, most of the clutter's gone from up there. Actually, I've done a decent job of getting rid of some of it, but you know, eventually that's the plan. But that, I mean, and Nikki too can, you know, use that for her schoolmates and they can smoke up there. But she's not really a smoker. What's up, bud? Wait, hold on. Just tell me again. I can hear you.
I'm 14.
How old did I say you were?
You asked what age I was when.
No. In that costume. What were you in that costume?
What costume?
Did you see the?
No.
Oh, here. Look at this. Look at this family chat picture. I was trying to figure out what costume you were.
Done with your stream so we can play the game of Black Hawk?
Oh yeah. I'll wrap it up here in a second. Tell me what you were in that costume. Do you even remember?
Well, considering it's back when.
That was 2017. So you were 7.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you were though?
What was
No. What were you though?
Black Panther?
So I was saying you kind of look like Black Panther, but I don't remember you being Black Panther. So I don't know. All right, yeah, we'll do. Tell her about 10 minutes. Yeah, so 10-minute warning, guys. We're gonna wrap it up in about 10 minutes because we gotta play family game night. And we welcome to the show. Speaking of 10 minutes, we welcome to the show Angie. How you doing, Angie?
Hey, Angie.
Hey, how are you guys?
Oh, good.
Smoking.
Good.
Yeah, I was down at my mom today. Speaking of hoarders, I was helping them make pear salsa. I said that, and it calls for oregano. It goes in there like 2 tablespoons. She's digging through all of her spice cupboard. She finds a thing of oregano from Woolworths. So I had to look up on my phone when Woolworths in my town closed. 1991, they closed.
Oh my God.
It had the $1.09 price tag on the jar from Woolworths and freaking. Like that thing's almost as old as me.
That's there's a meme like that. It says it's a meme. You go to your grandma's house. She says, "Hey, baby, pass me that pepper over there," and it says the pepper, and it says expires November 1989 or some shit.
Yeah. I looked all over for an expiration date. This one didn't have it, but it had the Woolworth sticker, so I Googled real quick when they closed in Jamestown. 1991 they closed, so it was the max best. It was 1991.
That's funny, man.
Yep.
I remember Woolworth in the late stages. It turned into a department store in the later stages, but back in the day, it was.
Yeah, in '97 it changed names. I learned that in the same Google search, but
We used to
There
have
was a
Woolworth.
there was a Woody's and a Woolworths in Lothrop,
mm,
and I think they were two different stores. I think.
well, yeah, Woody's is nothing like Woolworths.
Was Woody the high-end department store?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. Me and a bunch of friends got drunk one time, went in there, and I found their microphone that went over the entire store. Yeah,
brilliant.
it was great. And you would have thought I would have said something like, "Hey, everybody, eat a bag of dicks," but I didn't. I just said, I just wished everybody a Merry Christmas.
So
My
it
name
was
is
during
Angie,
Christmas,
and I
or
would
was
like-
it like middle of summer?
Right, Angie gets up there like, hello, everyone. May I have your attention, please? Today is September 13th, and I would like to wish everyone the merriest of Christmases.
Right. Currently July 7th, and
Oh my God. I did some crazy shit back in the day.
For me,
oh, we did too.
I did some crazy shit about 20 minutes ago, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I try to be adult now that I'm,
We used to mess with the fire department in my little town when I was younger. We'd go around and start all the dumpsters on fire in the middle of the night, and the fire department would have to rush out and like put one on fire. And then while they're putting it out, we're literally watching them. And then like 3 blocks west, we'd start another one.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah. They were the big, huge metal dumpsters. Like, we didn't do it if it was like touching a building and stuff like that. But it was funny as hell to us. I don't know, watching the fire department run around and
Well, when you're little, I mean, that's what it is. I
Yeah.
remember having buddies.
yeah,
who-
we're like 12 and 13 doing this.
Well, that's why I always laugh when people are like, oh, these kids today, like, fuck you, dude. These kids, they are nothing. They are
Yeah,
saints.
exactly, yeah.
We were assholes, straight up.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember buddies blowing up.
Well, you
know,
couldn't get
boxes
away
of
with that
dynamite
shit
and
now. Ain't no way. With
Well, I mean,
cell
back then, if we would've
phones
been
and
prosecuted for
CTV and
Well, think about all the shit we did back in the day that we just didn't get caught for. I mean, these kids nowadays
Exactly,
are
yeah.
everywhere and they get caught.
but you couldn't nowadays with CTV and all the cell phone cameras and
yeah,
everything
forget
else. There's
about
no way in hell we would have got away with that today.
Hell no. Yeah, shoplifting today is fucking ridiculous. Back in
Oh
the
yeah,
80s,
it'd be stupid.
Just walking anywhere and take shit. I mean, they learned their lessons. I mean, they've adjusted shit.
Yeah. Well,
That's
do you
like-
hear that Walmart's like just going like right to people's houses now? They're not even trying to arrest them in the store. They're waiting for them to get home, and then just
Oh, wow.
showing up on the front steps, tink, 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 knocking on the fucking
It's
door.
actually pretty ingenious. I like that idea.
Right? Yeah.
Instead of freaking, making a giant scene at the store, go ahead, have fun. We got your credit card here.
Yeah.
We can recognize
Well,
your face.
And I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys agree with this, but back in the day when we were younger and doing crazy shit, there was still like oh, thank you, Josh. Hey. There was like this hang on, I'm looking for a word.
You know, they gave a 10-minute warning, right?
Stop it. There
An innocent?
It wasn't to be mean though. Like
It was an innocence to it?
Funny. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was innocent. It was innocent. You know what I'm saying? It was just for laughs. But like
Yeah.
I don't know, it seems like in this time it's like there's a lot more mean-spirited, shit going on. You know what I
No, a
mean?
lot of people just don't. Back then, everybody knew everybody. Kind of. Now it's like nobody knows anybody anymore. So it's a whole different world. And plus,
That
with
I can
online,
see,
too,
yeah.
we got access to people
Yeah.
we never had access to before. Back in the day,
But-
you know the people in your town. That's about it. Maybe some people
Yeah.
you knew from through relatives. or
But
something
back
like
in
that.
our day, though, if you fucked off on your own block, a neighbor would grab you and beat your ass. and then call your mom and send you
Yeah.
home, and then your mom would do it again.
And then you get your ass beat again. Yeah.
Yep.
Right nowadays, you get fucking. If somebody says, "Oh, your kid was acting up," they're like, that wasn't my kid," and then it's like,
Yep.
forget about it. Then that kid, that kid's gone, and it's I don't know. I mean, it's
Hey, U-Haul.
welcome to the party, U-Haul.
Hey, you, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's I think eventually at some point we'll probably get a anti-technology backlash. It's inevitable. I mean, we don't want technology.
I think it's kind of coming now with like
Kinda
Europe
here
and stuff
almost.
with
I mean,
their
you got some of the earlier adopters are jettisoning the regular phones, going back to flip phones kind of thing.
kind
To
of.
which,
But I
I
think
mean-
we're going to have like an anti-technology thing like that because of like Europe with their hate speech laws and all that, and they can't even post, what they think on Facebook. And I think it's going to come quicker than we think.
Let's go offline. People communicate through paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel
Yeah,
it.
I love how the police chief over there, like the whole country, like threatened the U.S. citizens.
I
That
think
they
that
will-
was fake.
they
That
will
made me laugh.
extradite
What
us.
I'm talking about. I think that was
Yeah,
fake.
they will extradite us and they will charge us over there for hate speech, for inciting violence, for
Well, I
things
saw a
we
meme
post
like
on
that
our
on the thing.
Facebook here.
Yeah, I saw a meme like that. It said UK people or UK police minister threatens Americans with arrest, and then all the comments underneath were all fucking revolutionary
Yeah.
war stuff.
Yeah, but I had the actual posting from the actual news article. It was. I don't know how to share on StreamYards, but
Yeah, they used to, I mean, a lot of that, if you look back in history, livestock, especially here in the States, a lot of the hippie stuff and that shit in
Yeah.
the 60s, that was a lot of, 70 to 80% of it was all government plants. I mean, there wasn't nearly as many radicals
Yeah.
as people would think. They'd
Right.
infiltrate a group, and then once they got the agent into a group, he would fucking, incite them, be like, oh, yeah, do this. So a lot of that was just J. Edgar
people
Hoover.
used to pretend to be the IRA just to get the police out.
Yeah, J. Edgar Hoover, he was the commissioner of the FBI. He started the FBI. It was from like 1920 something
Yeah.
to 60s, I think. He was in
Yep.
charge. It was like 40 years he was in charge of the FBI, and he did a lot of the problems of policing today were as a result of that guy. So
Yeah.
good movie though, J. Edgar. If you haven't watched
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but I mean, it was greater American interest at the time. But yeah, he fucked a lot of people over.
Never had any kids. He didn't come out of the closet until he was way later.
Yeah.
That was a different time though. You couldn't be a gay man back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s.
No.
There's no way.
Hell no.
Nobody took
And
it seriously.
especially opening a new operation in the government with the FBI and everything. Nah.
Right? They thought gays were
No.
communists back then. Yeah, they would.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a wild time to be alive. Good old days, my ass, right?
Right. Right.
All right,
Got to be
thank you,
gay
Joey.
and then have a wife just to fake it.
Right. All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up so I can get to the game night. I would like to thank Dorito, Mike,
All right.
Angie for coming out.
All right. Good luck, buddy. I hope you win.
you guys are amazing. Keep an eye on the channel. I don't know when I'm gonna go live from DC. I'm sure I will
What
at
are you-
some point. Try to keep.
What
it
are you
scheduled.
doing? What are you doing tonight? Monopoly?
It's the game of life we are playing. So hopefully, I get
Oh,
to,
good luck,
get-
buddy.
hopefully
You're
it's
gonna get a car full of children. I know it.
right. Oh my. Yeah, so be sure to join us. Just if you got the bell turned on, you don't want to go live unless you guys just go live like that anyways. But if I have any
All right.
guests or anything,
Later, bro.
follow the community tab, follow me on social media. I'll drop any people I meet there, any guests, obviously, like that. But thanks for coming out, guys, and we will talk to you next time.
All right. Later.
Thanks, Joey.
And